Hey guys, Fat Man here with another Fat Man First Take product review. This is of the LOWA Renegade mid-cut hiking boot. I got some rocks in the tread there. Anyway, so this is the first time that I've actually hiked in a LOWA boot. I'd heard of them before. I know they do a lot of stuff with like the hunting world, and they do a lot of stuff with like work boots and some military contracts and stuff, but like this is the first time that I've gotten a chance to hike in one of their boots, and I've got to tell you, I was super impressed. I didn't have much of an opinion of them before. I just knew of them vaguely, but I'd never tried them. I'd seen them at some trade shows and stuff, but I was super impressed. I love the flexibility of this boot. Like, it's not overly stiff, but it's not, it's got enough support without feeling like you're just kind of stuck in one position the entire time. This was one of the more comfortable shoes that I put on to hike in a long time. Like, I put this on and I was ready to go. It was just perfect. It was great right out of the box. I started hiking it. I started hiking with this in kind of the swing seasons, the shoulder seasons between winter and spring. So there was a lot of snow on the ground for a lot of my hiking, and then some melt seasons, and now a little bit of a drier season here in the hikes I've done. I've done about 30 miles in these boots so far, so I have a pretty good first opinion of them. Gore-Tex keeps them nice and waterproof. This was great in the winter, walking through snow and some of that slushy stuff. Nothing ever penetrated the boot. It felt really good the whole time. It was nice and warm as well, hiking in the winter with this boot on. And now even in the spring, where I'm walking through melt and I'm getting into some of those creeks, and you're doing some creek crossings and stuff, the flowing water has done a great job of keeping my feet nice and dry with these LOWA boots right now. I haven't done it in like a huge rainstorm. It's kind of in the dry season. I haven't gotten hit with any rain. It's been snow when it's come down, so I haven't been able to test that. The traction, this is what I want to show you on this. Like, the LOWA traction is really, really good. This is one of the things I was the most impressed with. They've got all of these, wonderful little lugs there that are helping to protect. This was mostly in the winter that I was hiking on these, and like there were a lot of times that I think on other boots I would have had spikes on, that I was doing fine in the snow because these lugs had such a good amount of grip to them. They're deep, the channels are deep, so that helps to really grab in, especially when you're going downhill, which a lot of times I run into traction problems. Going uphill is fine, but when you're going downhill, it's like that the gravity is pushing or working against you, so you slide. Well, they've got a lot of these reverse lugs right there that are going to help that grip down as you're going downhill. So I've had a great experience with the traction on these LOWA boots. The other thing that I really like is the heel capture. Like, there's no way for me to really show inside the boot there, but the heel capture is nice. It gives me a little bit of room where my foot is free to kind of move a little bit, but it's not going to let it expand. So when you're going up and down mountains, you don't want your heel to pop out of the boot like that. You don't want it to not that over exaggerated, and it's not going to go all the way out of the boot, but you want your heel to be held in place. And they do a really good job of the heel capture on these Renegades. It kind of lets your heel kind of sit on the bottom, but then it wraps around kind of above your heel, so you've got a little bit of flexibility to move, but it's not going to lose that. So again, hiking up and down inclines, really important to have that good heel capture. And again, just one of the more comfortable boots that I've put on hiking in a while. I put it on and I was really impressed. Like, this, it was like I was walking on, like some sort of flotation device or something. Felt really good. Really enjoyed all the time that I spent hiking in these boots so far. As you can see, I got them nice and dirty, hiking all over the place with them as well. Let me think. Something that I don't like. I always try to come up with something that I don't like on these, on all the reviews that I do. And I guess the only thing I would say is, it is like, this is a wide cut. I believe this is the wide cut sample. Yep, it's the wide cut, but it was still a little bit tight in the toe box for me. I have a super wide foot, so I always have to have a wide cut. I felt it like kind of over here on my pinky toe with a little bit of pressure when I was hiking, but I mean, I'm really stretching to find something that I didn't like about these LOWAs. Again, first experience hiking in LOWAs. Renegade is one of the more popular brands, or styles. So I was really impressed with it. You can see, like it's deep enough tread to get some rocks in there, and I've already been picking some out. Anyways, yeah, but overall, just a really, really good experience with them. Really comfortable hike. Really good with the waterproofing. Love the traction on it and the grip, especially in the winter, hiking through the snow, but then also on inclines and declines. The traction is wonderful, and like I said, just a really comfortable hike in these LOWA Renegades. So I'll have a much more thorough review on my website at fatmanlittletrail.com coming up very soon. Until then, you can find me on social media or right here on YouTube. Talk to you soon.